We are talking today about how to wow your customers. Awesome. Okay, yeah, this is going to be quick. It's going to be like a 30-minute workshop. It's not a super long training, but I think it's important. And I actually jotted these notes down like 2 years ago when I was evaluating my own business. And so I thought it would be really cool to go over this stuff with you guys because it really is good to sit around and think about these things. So I don't have a worksheet or anything, but I do have 5 questions and 5 topics that we're going to go over real quick. The first thing when you're evaluating how to wow your customers is what is the experience that you want to create in the wow. So I'm sure that you have bought something from a store and when it's arrived you've been like, oh my gosh, this is so cute, right? So tell me in the comments if that has happened to you. And I'm going to take this off Facebook and put it into Thinkific when we're finished. But I'm trying out going live in Facebook versus Zoom because I like the fact that Facebook notifies you. And so that's that. Today I actually did get, I don't know if you guys saw that I had Kitsch email me and ask if they could send me some product. I actually did get it and I wasn't wowed. I was not wowed. I mean, literally, they sent it in this box. Yippee, right? And then when I opened it up, there wasn't even, like, I was totally expecting a handwritten note and tissue paper and, like, you know, here's your thing. It's literally just stuff in a box. I mean, I was just like, oh, okay, let me dig through this stuff here and see what they sent. You know, it was just like, they could have totally wowed me with that, right? Because I was having my daughter take pictures because they sent it to me, you know, to post to my followers, right? And so I'm like, okay, take a picture of this, I guess. It's just stuff in a box. So isn't that interesting that just happened? Like it just showed up like 30 minutes ago. And they really missed an opportunity, I think, to create an amazing experience with people, right? Why are they not doing that? So talk to me. Tell me, what is the experience that you want your customers to have when they open their package? Because that's the first thing, right? I know there have been some boutiques I bought from in the past and some ladies in the academy I've bought from, and I've got the mail and it's been this really pretty mailer. Others, I've opened it up and it's like tissue paper with a sticker and a postcard or handwritten note or free gift or something like that. So tell me, what do you do? What do you guys do in order to create the wow effect, right? What do you guys do? Yuri wants them excited to unwrap. Yeah, totally, right? I mean, seriously, Kitsch missed the mark here. I mean, come on. They could have at least, you know, and they could have had a branded box, like a box with their name on it, or like, I didn't even know what it was. My husband brought it and dropped it on my desk, and I was like, huh. You know, they really missed the opportunity. Do you guys do stuff like that? Do you put stuff on the outside of your box? Do you make it look pretty, exciting, things like that? Those are things that people are looking for these days, I feel like. Okay, so number 2. So that's our first thing, is I want you to think about, write this down. What is the experience I want to create in a wow? Yuri says, I use it all. Cute wrapping, stickers, out and in. Everything's wrapped in tissue paper. Add a thank you card. Sheila says, I always include a gift and use cute mailers. I'm not good with wrapping in tissue. Jimmy, cute mailers, tissue, cute thank you stickers. Teresa says, wow, that's awful. Yeah, I know. Cheryl, handwritten note, sometimes a free gift. I like the gift to match the item they purchase. Dana says she wraps in tissue, includes a handwritten note and a small gift. Okay, so yes, right? Mary says stickers on the outside. Just let's spend a couple cents per order and like take that experience above everyone else, right? And that's a marketing expense. So anytime you're doing like a free gift, stickers, poly mailers, anything like that, you are spending money on marketing expenses, right? So this is an expense that you are going to be able to write off when you do your taxes. So, yes, you want them to feel special. Number 2, how will the customer feel as a result? That's my next thing, right? Teresa says you want them to feel special. You want them to be excited. You want them to want to have that experience again, right? That is your opportunity. You've already got them to spend money. This is your opportunity to create repeat customers. And we all know that repeat customers, returning customers are the lifeblood of any small business. They really are. It costs, it's just about free, right? To get someone to shop back with you after they've bought from you one time, versus going and getting a new customer, right? So you want to make them feel special, make them excited. Like, I am truly disappointed in Kitsch, really. Because if they would have sent me a really cute box, think how good that would have looked. We were taking pictures. I was expecting like tissue paper and a handwritten note, and it wasn't there. So what does that make me think about their company? Wow. Okay, so I want you to write that down, type in the chat. How will the customer feel when they open your package? How do you think the customer will feel if you create that wow experience for them? And these are the little things. Like this is more advanced, right? This isn't something, if you haven't launched yet, you don't need to worry about this yet. This is an advanced thing. Like, you already have customers. How are you going to set yourself apart? This is like taking it up a notch. So if you haven't launched yet, don't worry about this just yet. Come back and watch this training after you've launched. Christina says they'll feel like they're opening a present. Yeah, it makes you want to do it again, right? I would totally order from a company that gave me like that feeling that I was important, that it was a gift for myself or whatever, versus someone that just sends it, everything's just thrown in a box. Jimmy, I want them to feel like it was just for them, like they're a special customer, not just another customer. And I did a podcast recording yesterday, and we were talking about how, like, with social media and the internet, it feels like sometimes you're just a number to people. Like, I'm trying to get followers, the number of followers is more important than understanding that there are actually people behind those numbers. Yuri says she had a brand new customer send a photo of her package and free gift. She was more excited about that than about what she bought. Yeah, and this is, not everybody's doing this. This is what sets you apart, right? This is going to take it up a notch and make it more of that VIP feeling, to where people know that you value their business. And I find that I tend to shop more with companies that are marketing to me, because I feel like they actually want my business, right? Think about it. There's a company that actually sends you something in the mail, right? Let's say I get a catalog in the mail. Okay, that tells me that they're spending money to try to get my business, right? Think about it. Versus the other company that doesn't take the time to reach out. Now, I would rather shop with a company that's sending out the mailer, because I feel like they want my business, versus someone that's just kind of hanging out and they couldn't care less if I came there or shopped there. Does that make sense? Do you guys relate to that? Think about it. It's almost subconscious, right? You want to do business with people that want your business and that show you that they want your business. Okay, number 3. What specific expectations does the typical customer bring to the experience? That's a long one. What specific expectations does the typical customer bring to the experience? So, if you boil that down, it's what are they expecting? What are your customers expecting? Yuri, obviously, if she got so excited about that VIP thing that you did when you shipped the package, she had low expectations, right? Tell me about what you think. What do you think the customer's expectations are when they shop with you? And it has really nothing to do with you. It's like their preconceived expectations when they shop with a company for products similar to yours. What expectations do they have? You have to know where they're at in order to know how to wow them, right? So, do you think that your customers are just expecting the product to show up in a box or bag? Quick order fulfillment. Yes. Yuri says quick order fulfillment and receiving quality products. Yeah. I mean, that's basic, right? They expect to get their order fairly quickly. They expect it's going to be good quality, right? So what we're doing today is we're thinking about how do you up that game, right? How do you exceed their expectations? Number 4, what does failing to meet their expectations look like? So we're evaluating, what are they expecting? What does failing to meet those expectations look like? Obviously, this order that I just received failed to meet my expectations, right? I was seriously not happy with, I mean, it's not a huge deal, right? I wouldn't even be talking about it if we weren't evaluating those things. But they had the chance to really wow me and they didn't. Not a repeat customer. Yeah, failing, like if you don't meet their expectations, they won't be a repeat customer. What does that look like specifically? Yucky packaging is what I have written down. That's what I wrote down to myself. Like sloppy packaging, like just throwing the stuff in the bag, right? To where even if it's clothing, right, that it's not in the package to where it will stay pretty when they pull it out. Let's say you fold it, and we've had this happen before. You fold it, you put it in the bag, and then it shuffles around in the poly bag. And so when it arrives to them, it's all wrinkled. We actually had a complaint several years ago about that. And so what we started doing was wrapping in tissue paper for the sole reason being to keep the product flat, right? That's the whole reason for the tissue paper, really, as a side note, is to keep the product from jumbling up in the package during transit so that it's all wrinkled and like it looks messy. Like they open it up and it's like, oh my gosh, everything's all over the place, right? It's to keep it organized. Let me see if I can, it took my chats away. Here we go. Cheryl says it changes the image of the company and that feeling might stay with the customer forever, right? So let's say you spend like $50 on a dress and you bought it from me. And I just I fold it pretty well and I just throw it in the poly bag and I shut it and off it goes to the post office. It arrives to you and you open the bag and you pull it out and it's all wrinkled. And there's I'm looking around, you're looking around, there's nothing pretty about it. It's in, which we use great poly bags, but there's no tissue paper. There's no thank you note. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you're thinking, oh my gosh, they must not care about my business, right? So I want you to write that down. What does failing to meet their expectations look like? Poly bags are waterproof. Yeah, I like the poly, because they're waterproof. Yeah, so how you get around that is you wrap it in tissue paper, put a sticker on it, it'll stay beautiful, right? But these are some things that I feel like you need to consciously think about. Like the tissue paper makes it look good, but it's also there to keep everything organized, right? Okay, so number 5, last question. What does exceeding their expectations look like? What does exceeding their expectations look like? Emily says she's trying to buy things that don't wrinkle for that reason. Yeah. But you can literally get tissue paper, and don't just use one piece, use 2 or 3 even to keep it flat, right? What does exceeding their expectations look like? We talked about how they will feel. We talked about what are their expectations? What does failing to meet their expectations look like? What does exceeding them look like? What are some things, like tangible things that you can do or that you're currently doing that can create the wow factor when your customers open your package? Which we're really good at that, right? Yuri says they become a repeat customer, refer people, give a great review, they share on social media. Yeah. So exceeding their expectations is tissue paper, Jimmy says, that matches your brand colors. Exceeding their expectations means they're wowed, right? And so that can mean, it can mean tissue paper, it can mean more branding, it can mean a sticker, it can mean a handwritten note. We have put like a coupon for your next purchase in there. The tried and true, though, is really just a thank you, right? I mean, how many places give thank you notes these days? I feel like it's old fashioned, and I feel like if you, even just writing it on the packing slip, thank you for your order. I mean, that goes a long way. And that would definitely exceed anybody's expectations, I think. The free gift, the free gift is, you can get free gifts for 60 cents on from Funtees on Fashion Go. The free gift combined with the handwritten note, the tissue paper, even throwing a sticker on the outside of the bag, those are all exceeding expectations. So we don't watch our competition, but we do know how to be better, right? So we're constantly working on how to be better. And this is just one of the little pieces of the puzzle that is super important. And it doesn't cost a lot of money. And I think that sometimes this piece can be overlooked, because I know I overlooked it in the beginning. I had absolutely no idea. And even we started, I used to just wrap the jewelry in tissue paper and throw it in. We started getting like craft boxes with, the cushy stuff in it, and putting the jewelry in that. We've even bought, and I got those on Etsy. We've even put jewelry in there. Like, what if it's a gift, right? Put it in a box. Get some twine from Hobby Lobby. You can get like a huge thing of twine and just wrap a little bow around the box. Christina says she's been overlooking it. Yeah, and so that's why I wanted to do this little workshop with you guys. I feel like it's the little details where sometimes, we're super focused on getting sales, but it's the little details like that are going to kind of put you up here, right? If there's another boutique, everybody has multiple boutiques they like, right? If there's another boutique and they're just throwing their stuff in the poly bag, and you're wrapping in tissue paper and giving a handwritten thank you and things like that, people are going to be swayed, right? If they need a new dress or new product, whatever you're selling, they're going to be swayed to go to you first because they know that you're going to treat them well. Sheila, what's the best size of tissue paper for 2 to 3 items? You could probably just stack them. You probably just have to see what it is. You could wrap each one individually. Or you could, if it were me, I would probably do, you could even wrap each one individually and stack them and then put like a sticker or something on the top one. the bottom ones, you know, obviously they're not going to see that, but the idea behind it is when they open the package that they're like, oh my gosh, you know. So you want the top to be super pretty, and if you have like jewelry and things like that, kind of try to get it so the jewelry isn't like thrown to the bottom of the bag. That's why we started using boxes, because that way you can put the box, and you can even kind of angle it, or even tape the box. You know, you can get it to where the box will kind of stay on top. So when they open it, it's just like this beautiful thing. You just have to mess with it as far as that stuff goes. Little paper gift bags. Oh, that's a cute idea. Yeah, and we even bought a stamp because I didn't want to pay for stickers long ago. So I had stamps for everything, like stamp packed by, and I'd have the girls sign their name, or thank you for your order, and then sign, or the logo. You can get a stamp with your logo on it and put that on the outside, or, you know, if you have a box. But there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with stamps. Jimmy says, I have some mesh drawstring bags that I put jewelry in. Yeah, we have those too. Yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. This workshop, though, is just to get you to think about those kinds of things. So here are the 5 questions that I want you to think about. I'll read them off one more time before we finish up here. Number 1, what is the experience I want to create in a wow? Such as the package opening. So I want you to write down, what is the experience you want them to have? 2, how will the customer feel as a result? So this isn't just transactional. This is, how do you want them to feel, right? Not, oh, I got good quality, but, oh, this made me feel really good. Number 3, what specific expectations does your typical customer bring to the experience? So when your customer, think about like 1 or 2 of your top customers, what are they expecting specifically from shopping with you? Number 4, what does failing to meet their expectations look like? Yucky packaging, wrinkled clothing, no tissue paper. Oh, I thought you gave me a free gift last time. I thought there was going to be one this time and there wasn't, and I feel really bad. You know, you never know, right? Number 5, what does exceeding their expectations look like? That's what you want to focus on. So I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I'm going to leave this video in the group so you can continue to chat about it, and we can talk about this stuff. And if you could drop what you're doing in the comments, and then also if you could drop your biggest takeaway. Maybe it'll be something that someone else didn't think of. So that would be super helpful. And then I'm also going to move it over to Thinkific so that you guys can watch it there, okay? All right. I will see you guys later. Bye.